They go forward.
They push. They don't just stay in one place.
Right.
What do? They move around. They'll go through a whole city and just like Joplin, Missouri happened. But now we got more recent occurrences with the storms just happened through Texas and the Midwest. And it says, to go or go forth with purpose or for result, to come out of, to cause to go or come out, bring out, lead out. It says to deliver also. And a lot of them, they were delivered unto the tornado.
Right.
All right, let's get another one of these words. And it says, let's say, with fury, a continual, we'll say continue. A continuing. Let's look what that word continuing means. And the word there is Ga'ar. And it says to drag, drag away, to drag, to crew, to chew the cud, saw or sown, roaring. So it says, and you hear them tornadoes, you can hear, you can hear them. They're spinning loudly, man. Continual fury.
Like you say in the Apocrypha, with a continual stroke.
Ooh, check out the lexicon. It says the root, proper expression, to scrape, to sweep, to saw, and similar rough sounds. So them tornadoes, what do? They saw through things, man. You have a whole house standing with brick, stone foundation, wood, brick, metal beams in there. It's just sawing through that. That's what it looks like at the end of the day, because when you look at them cul-de-sacs, there's wood chips everywhere.
Right.
People's possessions, pictures, they just looking at it. They don't even know where to start looking at their house. It looks like their house went through a wood chipper. That's the power that them tornadoes, that continual whirlwind has. So it ain't talking about a regular wind, a whirlwind that goes round and round about. That's speaking about them tornadoes that this just experienced. See what, and that's why it says look up words, man. To saw. And that's exactly a perfect description. Them tornadoes just going through and just sawing your stuff. If it catches it, it'll come there and just start sawing it, man.
Yeah.
And it says, let's go look up this word, pain. We'll look down here. See what that says. Give me Jeremiah 23:19.
All right. Jeremiah 23:19. Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is going forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. In 20. The anger of Yahweh shall not return until he hath executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
And the thoughts of his heart was to jack up these holiday celebrators. Yeah, get it.
In the latter time, in the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly.
Oh, that's what we doing.
Yeah.
Because what are we doing now? We looking at it like, oh man, this is the Most High doing it.
Yeah.
And when are we in the latter days? Come on, man. We in the it says 50 tornadoes that happened in a span of 7 days. He was just in case you thought it was some natural occurrences. Let me just jab some more at you. 50
of them, man.
That's showing you we're considering it now. The Most High, his judgment is perfect. That's why it's a fearful thing. That's why we have to pray and hope that we don't get caught up out here, man. His fury, them tornadoes, they don't, I mean, it ain't specific, man. They're powerful. The floods are powerful. You get to know how powerful water is, it'll shut down a highway. That goes to you scoffers think, oh yeah, water's just, blase, blase. Man, it'll shut down a whole city, man. It'll shut down a whole area where you can't enter it. It'll flood it down where it'll take down trees and eat your possessions. Because when that flood water recedes, what comes after that? Mold. You see? That's what, man, the powers that we're dealing with, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua controls those powers.
Mm-hmm.
Read that again, then we're going to jump right into
All right. It says,
verse.
the anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Con.
In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly.
Keep going.
I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them.
It on that. Give me Proverbs 12 and 21, and I'm going to get this in Ecclesiastes. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. And it says, whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing, and the wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. So now, if you're wise, and how are you wise? By the knowledge of this book,
right?
And through the faith and through the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's gonna make you wise. You can't be wise in this world. He said, "I made the ways of this world foolishness."
Mm-hmm.
Everything here with the college grads, that's all foolishness. The Most High He does stuff all the time to defy their logic. Chariots, look at chariots. Chariots defy logic.
Yeah.
They can go in and out dimensions. They can be tiny as a microscope and then big as a planet.
Mm-hmm.
How can you comprehend that, man? You can have a ship the size of a planet. You know how many people are on planet Earth right now?
Right.
And that's your vehicle? He's riding around on the planet? That's unfathomable. That defies logic.
Yeah.
Just like time, just like there's some fishes in the ocean that defy logic. You don't know what the Most High's mind can entail. It says it's a drop. It's a tiny drop compared to the ocean. What Yahweh Shem Yahshua's mind is capable of. But now it says, look, you have to define between times and judgment. We know that we're living in the last days, just like the brothers read, and judgment. Because that's what's happening across the Midwest right now. Judgment. This is supposed to be a so-called merry time. You got cats about to go out and celebrate this bullshit New Year,
right.
About to go get drunk, and they don't know. If they were smart, they'd be at home somewhere.
Right.
They said, damn, man, look at this weather that's around us, but they don't care. You probably got motherfuckers riding in boats just to come get drunk. They'll tough it out. That's showing you, man, these people, they're not discerning the times. We're in the last times, man. The Most High is acting.
Right.
He's let the bullshit go on long enough. And that's speaking to the ways of this world. I mean, it's about time, Mm-hmm. And it says, read it again, then you can get that. Right. It says, whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And it says, in a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Because to every purpose there is a time and judgment. Mm-hmm. Therefore the mysteries of man is great. It says the miseries of man is great upon him. And that's the same thing that's happening now. These people are miserable. Some people's lost their whole livelihood. They've lost their businesses. They've lost their houses. They've lost everything they so-called built up in this crazy, messed up world.
Right.
In an instant. And he says, I heard on the news that them tornadoes only stay around for seconds.
Mm-hmm.
They're only being, you see the destruction that happens in the land? They'll be there for seconds, less than a minute. So imagine if the Most High set a tornado through your house a minute, just let it stay there. It'll eat away to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It'll eat literally into the ground, man. Let me get that off.
It's a Proverbs 12 and 21.
Come.
There shall no evil happen to the just.
Ooh, see? Ain't that the link up?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it says he has his angel camped around us. He watches us. Lord willing, we be of that number and be of that elect. He watches us and sends his angels to watch us and to maintain us and keep us away from these times. That's why we don't need no to prep, man.
Right.
That's why it says, look, read it from the top. It's gonna tell you.
There shall no evil happen to the just,
Yup.
but the wicked shall be filled with mischief.
Con.
I'm gonna read 28.
Con.
In the pathway, it's like Proverbs 12 and 28. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof is no death.
See? Because we getting ready right now, we getting ready to go into hectic times. We're going to need Yahweh Shem Yahushua the most.
Right. Yeah.
That we've ever fathomed. We're going to need him the most.
Con.
But now with these rest of these people, they ain't calling on the Lord.
Uh-uh.
They don't want his name. So why is he going to say somebody ain't calling on his name?
Right.
Or coming in able to bear that faith.
And these wicked ass people, they are celebrating these holidays and all of that because Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yup, and that's exactly what's right. It pleases these people. It pleases them. But what's getting ready to happen? That pleasure is finna turn into pain because before Christmas, so-called this holiday came around, they weren't thinking this weather was gonna happen.
Right.
They thought, they were decking the halls, getting everything right. They were, tightening up everything, saying hi to people in the stores. Hey, you have a good holiday.
Right.
Cheerful and shit. I want to hear that shit. Ain't nobody cheerful.
Right. Right.
Keep going. Get it, man.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful.
Ooh, see?
In the end of that, mirth is heaviness.
Ooh, that's why it says, look, we ain't supposed to be in a time of happiness.
Right.
The end of that mirth is heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're going to see, because when the Lord starts putting damage, because through them worshiping all that, they chose their way.
Right.
They ain't chose the way of the Most High. They ain't choose this truth.
Right.
They chose, let me go to this bulls, go to whatever other things they wanted to do. Right. They didn't choose this way, man. So at the end of it, they gonna feel it. Mm-hmm. We're mourning now, but we're getting ready to have joy.
Oh yeah, real soon, man.
Unspeakable joy.
Man.
Joy you have no comprehension of.
Peace and serenity.
And the elder was just saying, he said, look, you gonna be able to when you smile now, it's bullshit smiles. Mm-hmm. You might get into something, but at the end of the day, you be back in your mind, I'm cursed. Mm-hmm. You really ain't enjoying yourself. At the end of the day, Esau's, you got to worry about, hey, is there pork in that?
Right.
Is there shrimp in that? You know what I'm saying? Different shit. You got to worry about adulterous bitches, the women you mess with. That might be a damn somebody's woman. Mm-hmm. You got adulterous out here, man. So we're in the death valley, man.
Right.
We're in the valley of the shadow of death. But when we go in the kingdom, man, worry what? Worry what?
Man, we will be able to leave our doors open. Our children will be as the sand of the sea. We will be able to just let our kids roam around the kingdom with no problem. Mm-hmm. We ain't got to worry about no Edomite, no Ishmaelite, nobody picking them up, raping them, and all that. We ain't got to worry about that. Because ain't none of that shit going to happen.
No.
Period.
Because it's going to be perfect. It's going to be ruled in righteousness. Uh-huh. Not ruled under no bullshit. Right. This is the book of, let me get this precept, because just to back you up.
Oh, snap.
Would you just, hey, I must needs get this precept.
I must needs.
Yeah. We feel like we runaway slaves with this thing, This is a book of Isaiah 60 and verse 11. And it says, verse 10, it says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. They're going to be bent, man.
Yeah.
And it says, and their king shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee. And that's the elect. The 144,000, and that's going to go into the whole tribes, all the tribes.
Yeah.
And it says, verse 11, therefore thy gates shall be continued. It says, it's Salakia.